finding and adding images to pages on the iPad. To begin with, when you want to add an image, you need to either take a picture or have an image saved. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to search for an image. Now let's say that my paper was on service dogs. So I'm going to type in service dogs and do a search. And then I want to go to images and search the images. Now underneath the images, you're going to see this little strip across here that lets you narrow down your search as far as the kind of image. And it even lets you select by color. But if I scroll across, the very last thing on there says labeled for reuse. And so I'm going to select that. And what that means is that it's going to find the pictures that people are free to use in other documents, that there's permission given to do that. And you can see up there at the top, there's a lot of that very first one, and I kind of like that one. So I'm going to select it. And once I do, I'm going to hold my finger on it. And when the save image comes up, I'm going to actually save that image. And now if I go back to Pages, I would tap where I wanted that picture to be. And anytime you want to add anything to a Pages document, you use the plus sign. And then you're going to see the very last thing up there is the image. And so I'm going to select that. And you can check from your photos, or notice that it says you can take a photo or video too. So I'm going to go to my all photos on here, and I'm going to select that service dog. And it comes in rather large. And so I'm going to tap on it, and with the handles, I'm going to make it smaller. I don't want it to overwhelm. And then I'm going to drag it up into my text, and it will automatically wrap around. There are a few other things you can do with a picture once you have it in, and if you need to make sure that you have handles on the picture so it's selected so you can make changes to it. If you double tap on the picture, this little slider comes across, and that's really a way that you can zoom in on the picture and maybe crop a little bit out of it, so that if you only wanted a certain part of the picture showing, you could do that. Now I'm not going to do that in this case because I want the whole dog showing, and I like that part of it, but that's knowing you can do that. Also, if you have the picture selected and you go up to the paintbrush in the upper right hand corner, you can make changes there as well. So you can see some style options like some borders. You can tap on the image up here on the top, and you can again kind of do some cropping as well. Or if you notice, you can actually replace the picture from here. And then if you click on the last one, which is arrange, there's some other things you can do. If you have multiple pictures, like one maybe is behind, you can move it. You can flip the picture so that, for example, if I wanted the picture facing the other way and then I wanted the dog to be on the other side, I could do that as well. And then the last one up there, if I go back into my paintbrush, is the wrap. And it says automatic, which is great. But if I wanted to change that, maybe I didn't want the text to wrap around, or if I wanted it to be a little tighter, I could choose this around. And then if I go and I put it in the middle, for example, it's got it on both sides. I don't recommend the picture in the middle because it makes it a little bit harder for the person to have to read and jump over the picture. But just knowing that that option is available with your pictures.